series tonight on another game five protocol if we make it all the way there. And based off of how that map number one went, these two squads very, very close in terms of the hard point. Could be very good overall. Another a great series here in front of us. It is the gold division. I don't know if we mentioned that. I don't think we did here in the intro. Gold North, of course, New York SubPar versus Paris Letdown, and we are starting off early here on the Hossy search. It's going to be left up here to Nico in a 1v2 versus Value, and Mexi is going to be taken out by Value. So Paris Letdowns there. Solid round number one here on the defensive side. I think there was a pretty early gunfight down towards the bottom mid of the map. So curious to see if maybe any of that contest continues to come through, or kind of what shifts and changes these two make as we start to make our way through the Hossy. Obviously, our last series that we watched, we saw a lot of the New York Lightning, not the subpar, jumping into the water and taking those water routes. So those, of course, mid-round adjustments are going to come in big for these two squads as we're making our way here through Hossy map number two.
Yeah, and just some background information for the people watching here. First series, obviously the night was plat. Everybody's going to make playoffs there, but this is a playoff contention game. The side of New York subpart have it locked in. They're either going to be this would be they're going to be third seed or fourth seed depending on the outcome here. So they're making playoffs no matter what. The side of the Paris Letdowns, they're currently sitting in the fifth seed. They do need a win here to hop up to that third seed to win. If they lose, they are out of playoff contention and will not be competing next week. So the side of Paris Letdowns, you have a little bit of extra pressure there on your side. You want to make playoffs here in the CRL and be able to compete for that championship. So Paris Letdowns, a little bit extra pressure. We'll see if that comes out here in the next couple maps.
Yeah, obviously the pressure can be huge for squads, and Grim is left here in a 1v2. He is going to slide out and check the bomb. He is going to get the player on the bomb, and unfortunately, Joltsy is not able to clean him up fast enough to get the defuse. So good plays there from Grim, playing the clock out, playing the timer out, able to get the gunfight down on the player that was defusing the bomb. So another big round for the side of the Paris letdown, and we see Grim rocking the CDL skin on his operator there, and no camo on his jackal, I think. So going back to the good old days of starting off Black Ops 6 with that. But Paris are going to take a 2-0 lead here. Solid first two rounds, feeling good about their start. The side of New York, you've got Joltsy at 5-1 on a four spree already, so he's potentially looking to earn himself some streaks here, potentially looking to help the squad a little bit. From the side of New York subpar, they haven't started off the best here. Both the rounds have been close though. They had the main advantage there, just ran out of time on the clock. The first round came down to a 2v1, if I'm not mistaken, as well. So close start here to the Hosty Search and Destroy.
Yeah, I mean, so far so good from the side of Paris letdowns, and going to go down 2 to 3 life disadvantage here. Bomb going down on A from the side of Joltsy, going to be helping him towards that streak a little bit as he is on a 4 streak here. How was? Oh yeah, he was alive at the end of that one. I was like, how's he on a 4 streak? This is laws. Uh, but yeah, so far Goop able to pick up that kill. Brando's going to be last alive. He's going to get spotted here outer fences. Is able to pick up a kill. Going to be looking kind of where he can. Is unfortunately going to fall there. So New York subpar finally get one on the board. Still down 1-2. They're going to be heading into a defense here. We'll see if they can stop the side of Paris letdowns.
Yeah, and stopping the side of Paris's hasn't been easy here so far, but solid round from them there in that round number three. Able to get their first round on the board, get us back to two versus one here. Hossie can be very much back and forth, and I think a lot of it comes down to those offensive wins. Which squad can win the majority of their offensive rounds usually leads to success overall in this map. So curious to see if that comes to fruition here, or if something different happens. It looks like the side of Paris are making their way towards the B bomb here now. Mexi's looking to get active, going to get taken out by Goop, but the follow up there by Brando. Valve is watching over the mid lane here, may get some good timing onto Nico, and does. We see Joltsy on the flank. He gets to spot out one player. He's gonna play his timing well.
Great patience there.
Great patience there. Looking, gets the read onto
Whoa.
Valve. Gonna get him down to 10 HP, but not able to finish the kill. Valve's gonna go for the read. While still a little bit weak. Not sure if Goop was on the bomb or not, but Goop is gonna win the 1v1 there for the squad. Just really, really great patience from the side of Joltzy. They're able to spot that player pretty early, but knowing that he hasn't turned around yet, waiting until he gets the good timing there to look for that player and ultimately spot him and get the win on both those two players. So great patience from the side of New York, and that was a big round to their favorite win.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to watch him back a little bit here, see if he was able to pick up any other streaks. He was pretty close. He was on a 5. He made that a 7 there. Not going to be able to pick up the streak. I believe he did eventually die there, pretty close off that cruise missile, and not electing to run an RC. So that is not in play from the side of New York. But match is tied up 2-2 here. They are on offense, looking like we're going to be seeing a fairly aggressive B hit here, just playing a little bit slow. Goop making sure there's nobody there. Grim is going to be the lone defender here on this B side. Side of New York subpar. If they're a little quick, they can go ahead and get the man advantage on him. But Nico kind of moving up middle. They're going to know Grim is there now. They're waiting for him to cross back. Joltzy's going to be able to see the butt of his gun there, or the end of his gun there. Is going to know he's there. Is going to pre-fire that. Is going to lose the gunfight to Grim. So he's able to pick up that kill here as we are in a 2v3 for the side of New York subpar towards this rock side. Bomb is not down yet. They're kind of waiting for these reinforcements for the side of Paris to be hitting that flank to see what they do, but they are going to be out of there.
Yeah, they are definitely out of there. New York choosing to rotate the bomb over towards the A side. I like the play from the squad over here from the side of the New York subpar. Bomb's going to go down from the side of Goop. Uh, Burley playing towards the top office side, looking to potentially make a wrap here, full wrap. That's going to split kind of the map in half here as we see Valve on the flank may be able to find Goop here if the timing goes his way. He is going to choose the outer route here, not going to see anything and going to get taken
Dude, that is
out. That's just bad timing right there. Terrible. Brando with a big win on to Nico. That's going to leave it down to a 1v1 between Verley and Brando. Bomb has to get diffused, and it is not going to happen here. So, just kind of running out of time again from one of these rounds. Of course, first time it was the New York subpar. This time, the Paris Letdown are going to run out of time on the clock. So, kind of an interesting round there. The big wrap kind of came through pretty well for the side of the New York subpar. I think leaving his teammate alone may not have been the best play, but ultimately it worked. Goop didn't get spotted out on the inner fences, even was able to get a kill there too, if I'm not mistaken. And then ultimately was able to play his life and make the play for the squad. So that's going to give them the lead now here, 3-2. Feeling pretty good here so far about their string.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it just works out for you there. If I played that spot, I'd get killed 10 out of 10 times, but Goop able to make a good play. He does pick up that kill and spots that player towards outer fence with about 16 seconds left. So, uh, side of early, they're able to play back, know that that player's not going to be on that bomb, and able to secure that there. Side of Paris Letdowns get this bomb down pretty early, but aren't going to get that first blood here. We have presence here towards top window for the side of New York subpar. Grim's going to get one before he falls there. Value able to pick up one as well. We have a 2v2, make that a 1v2 here for the side of Value. He's got 20 seconds to keep the players off that bomb here. He is going to find a fight here towards outer fence. Those players are going to collapse on him, and he's able to pick up one, not able to pick up the other. Can he get to the bomb in time? And it looks like he is going to be able to. New York subpar going to string 4 in a row here.
Yeah, I mean, just a great stretch from the side of New York and Paris. That we've seen a lot over the year as Posse has been introduced into the map pool, where we don't see a lot of those rush plants A's anymore. We saw a lot of that early on when the map was introduced, and then a lot of teams moved away from it because usually when you're trying to rush plant, you're committing more focus to players towards the outer fences side, and it leaves that single window open. And that's what happened in that round that they lost the positioning up top. And then the side of New York was just able to collapse down on the site from the top side and just win those good key gunfights up towards the top. So curious to see if they continue to go there. I think we saw another plant from the side of Paris earlier in the map as well from that side. Starting off here, looks like first blood, second blood, and third blood are going to go to the side of New York. It looks like they're just kind of chasing and playing with their food up towards the office side. You got to love some of that from their side, and just the string and the spree overall has been crazy from the side of New York here.
Yeah, I mean, when it works, especially on this map. I mean, we kind of saw that happen towards the front end of the first series where, the Manitoba side and Platte division were just able to string a lot of rounds together. It just seems like the other team had, no idea what to do, nothing they could do to stop the other team. And that's what we've seen the last, couple of rounds here, just been super quick. Side of New York SubPar able to get the job done. Paris Letdowns are here on the benefit of the 5-2 curse. So they're gonna have to string four together here. As the side of Jolty is gonna be the lone defender here towards A. Sees that bomb getting planted. That bomb is not gonna go down. He's gonna prevent that for at least a couple seconds here. They are able to clear out that top window side as well. Verley able to stop or drop down towards that U side, able to pick up an important kill. They do have window control as well. Um, Nico is going to fall there from the side of value. He is going to get spotted out. Nade's going to hit. Grim's going to fall on bomb as well. Jolty looking to get aggressive there as we are left in a 1v4, or sorry, 1v2, make that a 1v1 here with Verley and Brando.
Yeah, and Brendo looking to recover the bomb and get that plant down. Looks like Burley is choosing to take the wrap through the lobby side. Curious, it looks like Brendo may be potentially making his way towards the B site, but he also may just be kind of looking for some information. Maybe he's not exactly sure what he's going to do either as he's making his way back up towards office. Gonna look and jump over. He may have gotten the sights onto that player. No, it doesn't look like he did. Oh, he's gonna shoot the dead body, but Verley's gone out of there. He's not going to child the bomb immediately, so bomb's going to go down and they'll continue here with 40 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, I mean, just some unfortunate timing there. The side of New York subpar are able to bring in this map number 2 as well. So, big ending to a map number 1. Pretty dominant map number 2 here with 6 in a row. Paris looking like they had the advantage here towards the start of the game, but I mean, New York subpar just really strung it together there. So, I mean, it's got to feel good going into
Things
map number
happen.
3. But I feel like this year is just kind of like just gone by so quick. So, we are back into this one. New York's going to be on offense, but I mean, this is your time to shine if you're the side of Paris. This is your kind of your last chance, last opportunity to make your mark here in the CRL for Black Ops 6.
Yeah, one shot, one opportunity, and you get a four
Mom
down.
spaghetti,
So that's spaghetti and the mom
arms weak,
or something
knees are
like that.
spaghetti. He's heavy on the
Sh-
sweater.
the shoulders have spaghetti, and the toes look like confetti. I don't
Uh,
remember. I think it goes
Summertime
something
spaghetti
like that.
straps.
No,
Something like that. I think is that part of the
yeah,
song.
I think it is. I think it is. As we've been
I
kind
mean,
of often the land of rap battles, Paris off to a pretty good start there here on the vault control, able to get an early for four down and get some spawn traps set up, and they're continuing to keep the New York players off of both of these 2 points, just winning a lot of gunfights. The lives are dwindling down. The clock is starting to tick very rapidly in the players, and they're just kind of funneling into the hands of the Paris Letdowns. They needed the reset. They needed to kind of gather themselves, and they're right back into this, and they're feeling pretty good about their start here on the vault control. And you start off the map hot, and you continue to roll. It's good, but you have to keep your foot on the gas. So just because you get the round number one does not mean that this map is over. So you got to continue to push the pace and the aggression if you're that squad. And I believe they got one tick there from the side of
0.
New York.
No,
0 ticks. No,
no,
none ticks. So you're
none
feeling great
ticks,
after
none
that
ticks.
start.
They were down 16 lives, I think. Like, man, I good round on the side of the Paris. That's what you need. I mean, like we said, this is their playoff hope here, but I think this is even more crucial. It's easy to have a good defensive round on vault. It just things work together, things click. It's about this offensive round for the side of Paris. You gotta at least get a couple ticks, get ahead of it, so you're guaranteed defense. This is your time to really guarantee your defense. Get 3, 4 ticks there towards the A and B site, and so it really just matters here. This break off. So far, we're seeing trades. Value able to pick up another one for himself. Grim able to pick up another one as well. Last player towards mid there. Maxi gonna pick that up. So we're gonna get at least a tick on A before any players start to contest through this light side. Cat's gonna be controlled by Goop here. Unfortunately, gonna fall to Brando. So Paris Letdowns, they're on A. They're making this fly. A is gonna be completely gone 2 minutes 15 on the clock, and Paris Letdowns are looking to get towards that B pretty quick.
Yeah, they're looking to make their way towards the B site. Big win there in Vault by, I believe that's Verly. Looks like we got some spread here across the map. We see one player that's outer palms right now. That's Mexi, looking to potentially find some players, but all the New York subpar players are through the middle of the map, and that's going to allow value to slip through. Hop on the B site. Grim's there to cover just a little bit, get able to get that trade. So now we're going to see this or this B capture start to go through. Mexi is going to make his way into art. We see some presence throughout the middle of the map. Looks like Joltzy could be the player here to contest. He's going to slide out corner. That's going to be three dead. Verley wins a big one up towards top art. There is two players on the clock, though. One kill comes down. Third tick is coming through. You got to contest here pretty fast if you're the New York subpar. You're able to win the first gunfight, able to win the second as well. Looks like a self nade came through for Grim as well. So now it's going to be Brando left last alive, making the flank, and he's got some good timing here where he's going to be able to make his way through the back of the map, and potentially he's going to be the player to look out for on the side of Paris if his teammates can make it out of the spawn trap.
Yeah, I mean, I'm concerned about this player. He is back there. They're going to know he's there because they're spawning out now, but nobody's there. New York subpar, they are all on the offense so far into the side of the Paris letdown spawn. Now they're not winning gunfights anymore. You're going to start to see players coming off spawn here. They're going to hop on B. They only need one tick. This player vault is going to get found out. He's not going to die though. B tick is about half gone. We see a couple players stacking on here. It's all going to be about these gunfights here. Verly able to put some shots down. Value is going to fall here. They are clearing off this B tick. They do know that there's one last player towards this top art side here. So it's going to be some focus for the side of Nico there to try to get this player out. They realize this is the last player who's not off a spawn. They have cleared the entire B tick. We're down to 9 lives on the side of New York. So Paris Letdowns, as long as they're able to win some gunfights, which they are, they're able to get that. We have 3 players near time here. Verly able to get some great timing there, able to pick up 1, make that 2 from some help from his team. Mexi going to be kind of last alive here towards the vault, playing on these stairs as he's going to get found out.
Yeah, he's going to get found out. That's going to bring us back to 7v7 now. Still that one tick left to capture. So on that B site, all it takes is just that 3 or 4 dead scenario where you're able to come through. But Paris playing pretty patient here, looking for the kills, looking for the gap, looking for the opening. They're gonna step onto the B point, but they're gonna get immediately taken off. Value's the last player that's super close. He's gonna get taken off as
That's going to
well.
be it.
And with 15 seconds, I mean, you have to sprint if you're the side of Paris, but New York is pushing right up into your spawn, getting into your face once again. So New York bounced back with a good defensive round of their own. But I mean, 5 ticks come through for Paris. You're still feeling good about that or that offensive round, even if you didn't win it.
Yeah, 5 ticks is huge. Uh, the side of New York subpar really didn't deserve to win that round. I mean, the side of Paris were there on B early. They had this set up and just kind of lost an entire wave of gunfights without a trade, and that's kind of just really what put them in the hole there. So, side of New York are able to pick that up. You need to have a good offense here. Your first one was abysmal, and so you need to do something here. You know you're going to have to win probably 2 offenses, so you need to try to do this one and see what you can do here. So you're pretty much guaranteed to be on offense round 5 if it gets there. So you got to win this one, win the defense, and go home a 3-0 in 3-0 fashion.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely want that to happen. The side of Paris here looking to contest the A capture point coming through, but the gunfights are going to go to the favor of the New York subpar. Looks like 2 players maybe stacked up here on time. No, just one. Everybody else is kind of playing around the hill. More gunfights going down. Looks like Goop is able to win 2 towards the catwalk. Grim is going to clean that player up. It's going to allow him to try to get some presence here from the catwalk side. He's going to jump into the hill. Gonna get shots into Nico, but still weak, not able to get that player down. But Mexi is able to follow up there. But the progress just keeps coming through. If you're New York, you've got the players here. You continue to keep flooding. But ultimately, looks like we might have a 1v1 left time, make that a 2v1 where pairs come out on top. So they're going to be able to clear off that final tick onto the A point. But New York has transitioned over to B, going to get found out immediately. So solid defense again from Paris starting off this round number 3.
Yeah, 2 ticks on A so far. So it's really only take a couple players down to finish off that A and start that extension towards that B. The side of New York, I think, really need to start working this B side here. They know there's a lot of players towards A. B is completely free. Obviously, they can't see that big fight mid doors there. Mexi able to win that. Grim able to win another one as well. So that B Street play is going to be shut down from the side of New York, not able to really make anything work. They're going to need to get towards A here. They do have cat control, so that's something working for them here. They're rushing through. We do see a couple players off spawn getting into a fight here. Cat's not going to be controlled anymore. Brando is going to fall. We do have a player hop on B as well as a player on A. So Grim has to go big for his team here and pick up this kill. He is able to pick up one, get some shots in, but gets out safely.
Yeah, able to play his life there very well towards the middle of the map. Uh, we're ultimately going to see this A point potentially come through. Tick does come through. There is some solid positioning here. York, if you get aggressive here pretty fast, most of these Paris players are off spawn, spawning over towards the P4 building. Uh, we see the steps getting taken over towards the B site. Players are going to make it into art, though. Joltzy is looking to make his way there as well to follow up. So he could be potentially the player to watch out for. There's a player top art, gonna take him out from behind, gonna get shots into Grim as well. That's going to be all four dead for the side of Paris. The spawn trap is set up. Shots are gonna come into those players off the back, but with only one player on the point right now, you're gonna just see that second tick roll through just now. Uh, so we see some big gunfights coming down towards the middle. Just these two players left on the time. Gunfights are going to go down in favor of New York here. So 1v2 left on time. Mexi's able to playing his life very well in this Jeep, but he does
Ooh.
not contest enough. And New York subpar able to take that round number three there. That was a really good offensive side from them. Playing their lives very well over towards the B point, kind of playing together as a squad.
Yeah, I mean, doing exactly what they need to. They get all six ticks there. They are going to be up here in overall. The side of Paris letdowns, you need to just get one to tie it back up. But lives, I'm not really sure. The side of, you know, Paris had a big life advantage after round number one. I think they had 16. I think it came down to like a one or two life advantage in round number two. And then that one was, just a couple. So I think Paris, as long as you get at least one tick, I think you're still guaranteeing yourself defense as long as you don't get absolutely outslayed here. Uh, but really, I mean, you you gotta win. So you gotta get either all the ticks, you gotta kill people, or you're going home. So the side of New York, really just kind of a standard defense here. You don't need to do anything too special. Just don't let the side of Paris just walk away for free.
Yeah, you definitely don't want Paris to have a free defensive round here. It's always difficult to win those offenses on vault, but sometimes the magic can happen. And they were close in their last one. All these cars exploding always kill me over here on vault, but kind of trying to play a little bit more passive and slow here, trying to find their gaps in their positioning and the timing a little bit better. Grim playing through the middle of the map, two players is going to get taken out. Um, Still some more players here for follow up. Brando's going to slide in, able to clean off one of those players, able to stop the clock as well now from this A point, going about halfway through the first tick. He's got some teammates around him kind of set up. Grim's able to get one. Looks like we're flooding through the U side and maybe through the B side as Joltzy is doing a good job of playing his life here towards lights, looking to clean up these last couple players on the A point, and as we're getting down to the 25-second range, Paris has got to make something happen here fast.
Yeah, I mean the kills got to start going their way. We see two dead from the side of New York subpar. Nico going to be kind of last here alive towards this vault side, able to get up for free, able to pick up one on time. Brando and Grim both able to pick some on their side. That's going to be one tick down. We see about the entire point, but halfway through, Brando able to pick up another kill. Goop picks up a huge kill from Cat, but Brando with a huge kill there might secure the point for his team here. This side of New York are just looking to get set up towards this B side here, but Grim and Mexi continue to get some kills for the side of Paris. There are 9 lives left on the side of New York. So this is where they need to do it. They can do it with lives, they can do it with points, but with a minute 15, 9 lives might be pushing it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of time left on the clock that Paris are going to be able to hunt these players down, try to stop the clock a little bit, and just ultimately keep killing. And, there's one thing that they've been doing very well this map, it's been slaying out effectively. But we're seeing New York kind of push back a little bit, down 7 to 8 here now. No progress has been made towards B as most of the Paris Letdown players are through the middle of the map. There is a big pickup over towards the pool side as well. There's going to be one more player left in the deep spawn and another player looking to push up. So New York not scared to take these gunfights at all, and I wonder why when they're winning gunfights like that. We're down to 5 now. First team out of spawns, they're gonna tie that up right away, but the clock is starting to tick down now, and this is Paris's map on the line.
Yeah, I mean, you're set in New York. You got players art. You're spawning art, just like kind of holding near time. Grim going to be the first to fall from the side of Paris Letdowns. Their hope is dwindling. They got 10 seconds to hop on point. The nearest player is going to be towards the vault here. We're going to see a player step on, but the side of New York got everybody on it. So 1v3 to end this. And the side of New York, subpar, are able to do it here on this vault control with a pretty quick 3-0 here in our second series and taking the playoff life away from the side of Paris.
Yeah, I mean, New York, that vault overall was a very close map. I mean, a lot of these rounds were down to the wire, and I think it came down to a pretty good life chunk on each of them in order for the team to kind of get the W there.